New England Gardening here. Today I'm going to look at some air layers I started on, a couple of Ischia Blacks that I have, and see if they're ready to be removed. But I noticed this guy on the butterfly bush. I think these are this year's, I don't want to call them brood or whatever because they're just pristine condition. The ones that show up earlier have a lot of wear and tear on their wings. But these guys seem to be just right out of the cocoon, or chrysalis, they're called chrysalis. So they're gaining their energy for their long trek to, I think they go to Mexico somewhere. Well, let's take a look at those Ischia Black air layers. So I've got two Ischia Black fig trees and two different sources. This one here is from Encanto Farms. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the second one is from UC Davis. This is the stronger of the two plants, or two trees. They're infected with fig mosaic virus. And fig mosaic virus is sort of like a benign thing that you have to deal with fig trees. I mean, you can concentrate on trying to get varieties without the virus, but most plants will have it to some degree. It's just that certain varieties seem to be genetically stronger or more able to deal with the virus, but it usually results in some misshapen leaves and sort of like a mottled look. But other fig varieties are more strongly affected and can eventually kill the plant, stunt the growth, and end up with a lot more misshapen leaves, and also can affect the figs too. But I started a couple of air layers for insurance reasons in case the main plant dies, and also one is for a trade for another variety that I'm getting. So let's take a look at the UC Davis fig tree. So here's the UC Davis tree, and I've got two air layers here. And one I put in soil, and this top one here is in a larger container. And it just was too heavy, so I put it all in moss, sphagnum moss. So I'm not certain if that's a good idea or not, because I'll have to take a look at how I'm going to add soil to that. But here's the progress. This one here is in soil. You can see it's got some good roots. And here's the second one. This is the top. It was going to be too heavy, so it's all sphagnum moss. So I don't know how I'll transition this to soil. I'll probably just leave the moss because I don't want to break these roots. But I thought I'd remove them now because I want, before it goes dormant, I want the roots to spread into a 1 gallon container of soil at least. And so it looks like I'll do that today, remove these. Looks like I can do that. So let's remove these two air layers. So this one's going to be the easiest to transition to a larger pot. Let's take this one off first. You can see here I put these closed clips here so it wouldn't slide down. So I guess we'll just cut it right there. So I'll get this one removed. Here's the extent of the roots. Take the second one off now. So here's the one that was in moss. I don't think I want to try to play with removing this moss. And maybe a little bit, I don't know. I think the moss will just slowly break down when I have it in soil. So I could just leave it, I guess. Let's see what we got on the top here. So I got a nice light mix I made here. Light and organic gardening soil. I think I like that depth right there. So that looks good. I'll water that in. Let's do the second one here. So the second one here, I did slice this cup in half so I can remove this easily. Forgot that I did that. Just cut the tape here. So it's easy to separate these two halves. It's really hardly disturbing the roots at all. And just go ahead and repot this one. This one's a nice straight main trunk here. Kind of wondering if I should remove any of these leaves. Now that it's separated from the main plant. So I'll water these two in. And I think I'll put them on the other side of the polycarbonate. It gets a nice diffused light. I'll let them settle into this new size pots here. Hopefully spread their feet out. And we'll be all set to go. So hopefully these are two successful Ischia Black air layers. The source being UC Davis. So let me get these on the other side of the polycarbonate. And this is New England Gardening, and thanks for watching. And on a final note, I had a branch break off early in the season, about 3 months ago, and I was able to root a cutting I made from that broken branch. The other half didn't make it. But this is the extent of the growth that I've got for this Ischia Black. It's pretty slow. But it's got good roots. So see ya.